Do you have problems with bar chords? Some people are a little scared of them. That's understandable because they do put some stress on your hand, and you might not understand the kind of posture of barring. Well, let's just try some easy stuff. Let's try to make it not so scary. Index finger does a lot of the work on bar chords, but it can be any finger can bar. It means to lay it flat, I guess. So, like, let's look at a D major 7. This is going to be your index finger, and it lays on the 2nd fret on the first 3 strings. Notice how there's a space in here. If you're kind of like rolling back with your thumb over the top, this is pretty bent, and that's just kind of stressful and unnecessary. So you got to roll your arm out underneath, kind of like you're rolling a big imaginary wheel out. Kind of a yoga move, really. So, and we're going to press like this on the first 3 strings, very flat, pretty flat. That's how straight I make my finger. I'm going to hit 4 strings. Wow, that sounds pretty nice, doesn't it? D major 7. How you doing? You okay with that? That's a good start. So it's kind of, you don't have to squeeze really super hard, but your hand has to have a little bit of strength, and it has to be functioning a little bit. It's a little physical. D major 7. Easy chord. Alright, well, hopefully you did okay. Let's just expand a little bit to an A6. So it's going to be exactly the same position, but we're going to scooch in and grab the 4th string. So you can now, you're pressing on 4 strings total, and you take your pick and hit 5 strings. That's called an A6 because it's got the 6th note of an A scale, which is this F sharp. An A looks like that. There I'm curling up so my first string's open. But if you lay it flat, you got an A6. So yeah, F sharp is the 6th note of an A major scale. F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Little theory there. Little chord construction. So again, that finger's pretty flat. It's bending here a little bit. I guess if I want to curl it in, that's not really feeling great, but it's more, just naturally approach it like this. Just naturally fall into place. A6. Well, just for fun, let's bar one more string. And this would be like, what do we got here? An A6 with a B bass note? I don't know. There's probably like an 11th chord or something, like a B11. So here this finger's helping clamp down. It's buddying up on top of the index finger. Middle's crushing down because it does take more force, and that's getting a little tiring, really. So I'm not going to say it's totally easy. But let's review. You got D major 7. If you can do that, step 2, an A6. Step 3 is like this B11 or whatever. While we're at it, let's hit all 6. We'll just creep over. Now I'm going to press down flat on 6 strings. And we're really going to help with the middle. Ow. That, And again, I don't really promote force and straining, more like repetition every day. Maybe try this for 5 minutes, take a break, do something else, come back later and hit it again. Hit it every day. Just don't give up. If you go 2 months without trying a bar chord, it's just going to be starting over. So building up some strength in that hand at the 2nd fret. That's kind of a weird sounding chord. The neat thing about bar chords is they're movable. You can kind of sounds like a chord. Let's see, let's do another step with a bar chord. Let's make an F sharp minor. So I'm going to go back to that D major 7, pressing on 3 strings. I'm going to add my ring finger on the 4th string, 4th fret. That's a cool chord, the F sharp minor. So I got that F sharp, 4th string, 4th fret, and index laying flat. So that's kind of combining, 2 index and ring. They're kind of working together. And again, that's movable. That's the cool thing about bar chords. Even though physically they're awkward and challenging, once you get them, they're extremely efficient. You can move them. One shape will give you all 12 keys. That's cool. Alright, well, hopefully you're following along doing okay. Just do as much as you can. But if you want to go a little farther, we're going to do the same thing, almost, except we're going to bring in ring and pinky. Ring is at the 4th fret, 5th string. That's a C sharp. Pinky is on that F sharp that it was on previously. 2 fingers. These 2 are ready for action. We're going to lay the index flat on about 3 or 4 strings, whatever you can do. Going to hit total of 5 strings. So that's an F sharp minor with a C sharp bass note. F sharp minor / C sharp. And of course, okay, if you're still with me, which probably a lot of people stopped watching, but we'll keep going. Oh, and if you notice, I'm wearing the same shirt as yesterday. Okay, now we're going for the big boy. Here's your index laying flat over 6 strings. Index, ring, pinky. Index, ring, pinky on the same place. So index is covering 6 strings. And this is the big boy here. And I'm helping out with middle here. F sharp minor, G minor, G sharp minor, A sharp minor, B minor, C minor, C sharp minor, D minor, D sharp minor, E minor, F minor, F sharp minor. I know it seems redundant and ridiculous, but really you gotta have that down like quickly and efficiently. You can't be, oh, let me look at a piece of paper, I'll get back to you in maybe next week. It's gotta be like, and let's add a little bit of overdrive to that. That's kind of fun. Well, I'm having fun just demonstrating and thinking about it. I keep running my chair over a cable. It drives me nuts. But let's look at that chord a little more. The nice thing about that, if you only hit the 2 big strings, you got a power chord. Or just the fat string. A root. Okay, there's the power chord on the 2 strings. Or 3 strings. That's a power chord. Or you can hit 4 strings. That's a F sharp minor. plus the second string. That's F sharp minor. Hit the 2 skinny strings. Kind of like Chuck Berry, or 3 strings. How about the 2 middle strings? These 2 over here. These 2. So like if you're doing, alright, I think you get it. Let's do one more. Let's do an A major. Index, middle, ring, pinky. It's the same shape as F sharp minor, but I'm making it major. So middle finger, 3rd string, 6th fret on the tip. See, these fingers got to be on their tips as we think about bar chords. I mean, this video could be 2 hours long. I'm going to try to wind her down in a minute. But middle, ring, pinky. It looks just like an E chord. Only with weird fingering. Middle, ring, pinky, leaving index, which operates just like a capo. Looks kind of similar, doesn't it? I mean, you can see it's like a mechanical pincher. So there's that pincher plus an E chord. This guitar has weird buttons. We'll go A major to an F sharp minor. That's cool. It's very easy to write a song when you just move these around. You can move them anywhere you want, but if you want to be in key, you got to know a few bits of theory. A major, F sharp minor, I went to E, to a G major. That sounds cool. Kind of sludgy and grungy. All right, you get the idea. So we started easy, and we made it a little more active. Okay, well, I might have a new shirt next time I do a video, hopefully, but I'll probably just have a dirty old shirt. See ya!